Greetings, Gman faithful. This is Gman with another episode of Gman Live Weekly. And today we are going to be breaking down the Eagles-Giants win for the Eagles last night. Eagles-Giants review, Tuesday, October 20th. All right. So, nice win last night for the boys. Yeah, that's how you do it. Now, let's start first with the positives. Then we'll go ahead and break down some of the negatives because, there were some negatives last night. It wasn't a complete, total, it was dominant all around. Defense played great. So let's get into the positives. Then we'll break down some of the things that they need to, do to get some work done. But as your Commander-in-Chief G-Man said, if you look back at my videos, did I not say this? Back when they lost to the Redskins, I said, everybody take faith and take heed because at the time we were 1-3. I said we're going to beat the Saints. Everybody else going to lose, be 2-3. Giants will be 3-2. Then we get the Giants. We're going to knock the Giants off. We're going to be 3-3. Giants going to be 3-3. But we are going to be the team that's going to be in first place. And I said back then against the Redskins, I said it. We would be the top dog in the NFC East in 2 weeks. And I got a ton of comments and people thought I was smoking crack. But I ain't smoking crack. I wasn't smoking nothing. I wasn't drinking the Kool-Aid. No, sir. I was reading the tea leaves. And everything that I saw said this Eagle team was like a hair off. And now they on. Defensively. Offense, we'll get to that in a minute. So, just wanted to let everybody know, just so they're aware, I got them winning against Carolina next week. We come off the bye. Jason Peters, Lane Johnson get healthy. That's a good thing. That bye comes perfect. I think we get Carolina at a good time, real good time. So watch for that line to come out. I'll do a little preview. Today it's Tuesday, a little early. Get the preview in maybe like around Thursday. So check back then. I always keep you guys plenty supplied with videos. I'm going to do a couple other videos later on this week with some movies and things. So watch for that. But let's keep the focus on the game. So let's break it down. Now, defensively, D'Amico Ryans is okay. Just held him out for, practical purposes. So D'Amico's okay. So if he had to come back, he could have. So D'Amico and Jordan Hicks are fine as your linebackers. There's no need to even mess with it. None. Kiko and Kendricks can sit and play, they can play Xbox. They can sit there and play Xbox. Be like, yo, man, check it out, man. Oh, shit. Yeah, take that dude. Let those motherfuckers heal. All right? Take as much time as y'all need. Because look at that run defense. The Giants can run the football, too. And they got stuffed. Because the front three and then those back four, they're stout against the run. And by the way, did you notice that even when Najee Good came in, they didn't lose, they didn't drop off a peep. So run defense, real good. Pass defense, real good. Got to give them A's across the board here because I liked what I saw out. I loved what I saw out of Nolan Campbell. Good play, nice pick, 6. That was sweet. The game changed, and you could feel this when D'Amico Ryans intercepted the ball. On that second drive with the Giants. Giants come down the field, score. Next possession, come down the field, bam. D'Amico rips it away from Donnell. That was big, real big. And you could kind of tell that the injuries were beginning. Look, Odell Beckham Jr. is the man. All right? The Giants are a good team. All right? People were like, oh, this is a shitty team. They're not a shitty team. All right? They are a good team. You just beat a good team. This team should legitimately be 4-1, maybe 5-0. But they had the Cowboys dead to rights on opening week. Should have beaten the Falcons, and then they won 3 straight. That's 5-0. And you just took them apart on Monday night last night. So, Eagle fans should be a little happy right now because in the NFC, in my opinion, look, if the Giants play the Packers in the NFC, that game is going to be tight. The Packers would not run all over the Giants. No way. Because in 2011, they had the same situation, and Eli was like, no, you don't do that to me. don't disrespect Eli, all right? The guy has, see that? Right there. You just beat a 2-time Super Bowl champ. And whenever you can do that, that's good. Plus, Giants had a good line coming in. And you stuffed. Eli Manning, ready? 2 picks, 4 sacks coming into this game. Last night, 2 picks, 4 sacks in one game by your Philadelphia Eagles. Yeah, I mean, that's, these are things to be happy about. So let's all put on our happy faces, put on our happy hats. I should be wearing the Eagles, but every night, I do this, by the way, just like, because of all the woo-woo shit. Sometimes when the Eagles win, I wear a Phillies hat. When the Flyers win, I wear an Eagles hat. When the Eagles win, I wear a Flyers hat. Or when the Phillies win, I wear an Eagles hat. I change it around a little bit, just kind of keep the mojo going. All right, so now, I loved the play of the linebackers. Great. They got pressure on him, on Eli, all night long. Flowers couldn't hold up. You saw the way we were throwing around Pugh. Their guard play, their tackles just couldn't keep up. When Connor Barwin started doing his little spin and we started stunting, I mean, dude, Vinny Curry was in the backfield all night long. And you know what? That's what you're going to get out of this Eagles team on defense. Now, secondary play, loved it. Walter Thurman, good plays. Malcolm Jenkins, good plays. Nolan Campbell, good plays. A little bit of bad Max, and then a little bit of good Max. Like, on the one play with Max, it was like when he covered Ruben Randall. Bad Max against Odell Beckham. But you could see by the third quarter, both Ruben Randall and Beckham, the hamstring injuries were catching up to him. And that's why I was saying in my preview that the Giants were banged up. All right? And when you're banged up, it shows eventually. Some of the Eagle guys were a little banged up, and you could see them start to play. They had some depth. So we had some guys that were injured and they were out. Now, Aguilar missed the game and Kendricks missed the game. But, I thought you had a nice game by Miles Austin. I thought you had a somewhat decent game with, between the combination of Josh Huff and Riley Cooper. Now, Riley Cooper fucked up when he's pulled up. Bradford threw it deep. He should have kept running. But we'll get to that in a minute. So, defensively is where this game was won. Now, it was 27-7. Last year, you beat them 27-0. In a way, it was kind of the same thing. They scored opening possession, didn't score again the rest of the night. This was almost an exact replica of what happened last year on I think it was called Black Sunday. It was Black Monday. I don't give a shit. It's a win, and a win is a win. And by the way, for the people out there like, oh, well, wait a minute. We didn't look. A win is a win. In the NFL, any win is a win. It's not like the Patriots like, oh, we didn't win the way we wanted to win the Super Bowl last year. They threw a pick. They'll take that ring. And so would we. So that's the positive, all right? Now, let's break down the other side. All right, offensively, positive there, good running game. And like I said last week, for all my followers out there, all the faithful out there, which I much appreciate, you guys rock, salute. We did look really good. On the offensive line looked really good. I mean, Bradford's not getting sacked. Last couple weeks, Bradford ain't getting sacked. So that's a good thing. Running the football, Ryan Matthews had some good runs. DeMarco Murray had some good runs. Now, he's not a cutback runner, but he had a cutback a few times. I think that's just the way the offense is. I think that's the way that this line blocks. If you notice, there was one play where you had you had Kelsey come out, kick out the defensive end, and then Selleck walled off the defensive lineman that tried to get around, and the linebacker tried to get around, and then nice run by DeMarco. It was like a cutback because he started this way and then he cut it around. That's the zone read. When you see that, that's the zone read in action. And that's actually what Chip Kelly really likes to do. So that worked. So a lot of the running plays were working. So you had running plays working. You had offensive line play that was really good, protecting Bradford, giving him all the time in the world. Here's the problem. Bradford do what Bradford do. And now you are 6 weeks in. And at 6 weeks in, you know what? Fucking Kelly knew it. The fucking Giants knew it. And fucking Bradford better know it. All right? You're 6 weeks in. And 6 weeks is 6 fucking weeks. And I'm seeing the same shit from Bradford that I saw in weeks 1 through 5. Bad decisions, poor decisions, bad throws, underthrows, and just flat out bonehead throws. You left points on the field against Saints, should have hung 50 on them. Last night you should have hung 50 on the fucking Gman, and you didn't. By the way, don't confuse Gman with Gman. This is Gman. Giants are Gman. So, Bradford's leaving points on the field. Stop leaving points on the field. You're killing us. It's bad. I mean, look, 3 interceptions. Now, one of them was not his fault because, like I said, Riley Cooper stopped, and it was a go route. It was a post and go route, and he fucked that up. So that is on Riley Cooper. Now, the other pick, when he was dead set in the middle of the field, and he had Zach Ertz, he fucked that up. I mean, that's squarely on him. So, that's that. You know what? Last night would have been the perfect game if it wasn't for Bradford. He took a step back. He kind of took a step back. But you had some great play elsewhere. I thought Zach Ertz played really well. I thought Darren Sproles played really well. I thought that DeMarco looked nice. I thought the receivers did well. I didn't think Jordan Matthews took a little step back. A couple fumble there, and then he dropped the ball. We got to get some more consistent play from the receivers. God, I mean, Josh Huff has to actually show up. 3rd-round picks need to actually play. 2nd-round picks better be fucking awesome. And 1st-round picks better be fucking all pros. So that's how it is nowadays in the NFL. But it all starts with Bradford. I mean, if we get 85, 90%, quarterback rating, this team is 5-1. But we don't, and that's why they're 3-3. Now, next week, you beat Carolina, you're 4-3, and you're finally over 500, and you win another NFC game. So now you're starting to win some division games, and you're starting to win some, NFC games. So now you would have knocked off, Carolina, the Giants, the Saints. You're 3-3 now in the division, and 3-3 in the conference, 1-2 in the division. That's going to change when you play Dallas, by the way, right after the bye. Because they're not going to have Romo and they're not going to have Dez Bryant. And you're going to go down to Dallas and we're going to take out the Cowboys. By the time we are breaking down the end of the Cowboys game, we will be 5-3. Now, what happens from that point on, I don't know. But the schedule doesn't exactly get harder, by the way. You're playing like Miami and the Bills and, the one guaranteed loss, I hate to say it, probably going to be the Patriots. But, we'll just deal with that when we get to November. But right now, 3-3, number 1 team in the NFC East. So, not bad. Not bad at all. So, that's offense, that's defense. Thought special teams was fine last night. Good. Got a couple kicks from Sturgis. I want that dude out of here. 2 field goals, 37, 39 yards. Okay, I'll take it. And he didn't miss any extra points. Hey, how about that? It's really fucking that hard. And then on the other side of the coin, the Giants, look, the Giants are still a good team. Do not be misled. We happen to just play really, really well. But they turn the ball over and we turn the ball over. But the Giants are still a good team. They're 3-3 with really they should be 4-2. But that Giant team is a good team. And I fully expect them to be there, all the way through. We got to play that team on the last week of the season, so keep that in mind. Last year, we buried them in Philly, had a tough one up in New York. Don't expect it to be as easy as it was last night. So, anyway, that is the scene from here in G-Man Land. I'm going to have a segment coming up where I'm going to talk about some college guys. And I want to get, some insight. I want to get you guys to, comment on this stuff. We're going to talk some comments because, I'm going to bring up a bunch of college players. I'm going to bring up a bunch of guys from the offensive line ranks. We're going to discuss them, maybe a couple receivers, but offensive line, that's what we need next year going into the draft. And I'm going to talk quarterbacks, because I don't think Bradford's coming back next year. Just, you heard it here first, October 20th. All righty, so anything you want to know, put it in the comments below. And if you like what you see here and you want to see more, click right here to see more. Bam!